Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom.Strategies. So in this video I want to cover Ripple XRP against USD pair. Right now it's about 8:30 a.m. Eastern here in US, July 3rd, and we have a decent bounce in last 24 hours in the market. A lot of the altcoins and and Bitcoin have been up by 3+5% up, so a lot of these coins have been moving in last 24 hours. So if you refer back to my video that I made on Sunday, saying that there will be some kind of a bounce coming soon, and the bulls should have some momentum, so that's what we are seeing right now in last 24 hours. So let's cover Ripple right now. We are sitting in a falling wedge, so let's cover Ripple, talk about what are some of the potential going into this week, and all those good stuff. Alright, so before we get it started, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit those notification and the bell icon, so you can get this content right away. The main thing about the crypto is it's a very dynamic market. I have said this plenty of time that this market is very fast moving market. It's what was relevant like a couple of days ago might not be relevant anymore, so keep those things in mind. So you have to really stay on top of these things. The market, this market moves 20-30% within few hours, so I have seen that before, and it can happen again. It does happen all the time, so you have to really stay on top of it. Okay, so please make sure that you are not just sitting on something that you bought and you're not monitoring it, because you constantly have to kind of groom it, make sure if it still makes sense to keep those position, or if you need to realign some of the coins that you have already bought. Okay, so Ripple right now is trading around 49 cents. So let's cover Ripple real quick. Let's do a quick a walkthrough. So Ripple, if you look at this major, I'm gonna make this trend lines a little bit darker, so they are big ones, so it's kind of easy to read. So let's make that bigger. Okay, so Ripple was sitting in this in this wedge formation, not a falling wedge, but like a regular wedge formation. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. So okay, so if you see this, the price action back in June time frame, we are coming to this major support, which we were getting it from that December 2017. We touched that support level back in the late March time frame, early April time frame, and then we had a nice rally, went all the way up to 93 cents, 94 cents. Then like a little bit try to make a little bit push again, but didn't have a lot of volume to follow through, and then we have a sell-off with the market. What that created is this wedge, the big wedge pattern, and I was expecting a bounce right here around that June 11, June 10th time frame, because we were coming to this major support, and previously we had a decent bounce when we came to that support line, but the overall market was quite weak, and we had a sell-off with the overall market. Now I have mentioned in my previous video on this Sunday that the summer months are usually the trading is pretty light during summer month. A lot of professional traders, a lot of day traders are not doing much trading during those time, because it's spending time with friends and family. People are taking vacation, so the summer trading is usually dry, and it's very typical of other markets as well, like the commodity market, stock market. So summer months are usually little bit leaner as far as the trading volumes are concerned, and the price action as well. So we broke that wedge formation, sold off. We came to around 50 cents, tried to have some rebound from there, did not work, and then we finally came to this major support, which is around that 44 cents, which we also tested back in April. Okay, so that is a very big support for Ripple around 44 cents. So now I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see where we are sitting right now and how it might look going into the rest of this week. Okay, so we took that support 44 cents support level, and it obviously the overall positive market condition also helped have a nice rebound. But what we need to see is some volume come through. I'm still not seeing a lot of volume come through in the market right now, so I'm still skeptical of this rebounds that we are getting. So they until we see some confirmation in the volume that hey, there are enough buyers coming in and picking up these coins, I will be skeptical of any of these bounces that's coming in. So treat the market as is. I have said this plenty of time. When I say that, it means like if the market are giving you the range bound trading, then it's in the range bound trading. If we are not getting a solid confirmation on the volume, then just be a little bit skeptical on those things. Put your stop losses. Yeah, I mean it might hit your stop losses and it can go up another 20%. Yeah, it happens all the time. I can't even count how many times it happened with me. So I mean that's okay. The main thing you're trying to do here is protect your investment, protect your assets, so you're not going into the negative. Okay, the positive will take care of its own. If you just take care of the your risk, your downside, the upside will take care of on its own. All right, remember that. I'm gonna say this again. If you take care of your downside, all right, if you take care of your downside, your risk, the positive, your upside will take care of on its own. All right, so protect your downside, manage your risk properly, and the upside, the positives will take care of on its own. Okay, so we are, if you look at this this falling wedge, now we are in like a narrow falling wedge type of pattern, which is more bullish than bearish. And the pink line, if you see this trend line right there, the upper trend and the lower trend, all right, so that's a falling wedge pattern right now. We are not at the apex, right now, but we are testing that upper trend line right now. So let's see if we have a follow through on it. I don't see the volume in the market, as I said before. July 4th is tomorrow. I don't expect too much trading to happen, so let's see how it's pan out. Okay, the other thing, if we really need to have a breakout, then we need to break this 51 cents with a good volume. That will be a if we can break that 51 mark with good volume, then we can have some follow through going up to 55 cents and then perhaps up to 60 cents in Ripple. Okay, that's the intermediate. There will be some resistance around 57-60 cents because that is also a 50-day moving average, and some previous support which will turn into resistance going up. Okay, so overall, Ripple is not a startup project anymore. If you look at the crypto in general, I mean, if you compare Ripple with other, it's a newer project, but I wouldn't call it a startup project. Okay, so it's been tested. When you compare it with other projects in crypto world, it has been tested quite a lot, and there is a good team behind Ripple, and that is one of the main thing that you always want to look at when you are getting into some longer term investment into crypto market. So project is as good as the people behind it. I have said this plenty of time. Okay, so if there is a good idea, if there's a good white paper, that doesn't mean anything until there are people, smart people, who are driven to implement those projects and those white paper. So white paper, the ideas they only go up to the the level where people can actually implement those things. If they cannot implement it, or they're not driven, it's just a piece of paper. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will try to do more coins. and post a comment. Let me know any other coins that you want me to cover. And meanwhile, all right, talk to you soon.